Welcome back, and we're still on with our first segment celebrating Media Day, and we're right here live with us Dr. Ibrahim Kerdany, spokesperson for WHO and the media personality and lead news anchor and everything that is related to the media. And we were talking about the measurements or the criteria. Of course, Sharif was just having a reservation about media people or a TV host who used to host a program like 10 years ago or more, and when you walk on the streets in Cairo, you can get easily recognized. While over here, when you can make about like 10 programs at one time, and you walk on the streets and like 3 out of 10 would recognize you. How do you justify that?
I think I'm very fortunate and thankful to God. When I used to present, there used to be channel 1, 2, and 3. When I did the English news, it was channel 1. All Egypt was watching. You see, they're all there. Now, when you do several programs, even the most popular TV station has how much viewership. So if you keep adding these, it takes much more these days to become a star than it did back then. That plus social media and what it did. It took a lot. All the young generation hardly watch television as much as before, because now they all go to the more interactive media. They go to Facebook, to Instagram, to all these Viber, WhatsApp. It's become very different. So media now is different. It's much more difficult to have a popular program, and that's why we say that marketing has become very important. You need to market both on social media and on billboards and on television, like everything together to maintain that. So our generation was a bit luckier. People still remember all these names simply because I think you had to watch us. You had to. It's not because of choice. We were there, and so people followed.
Yes, this is very true. And I think we were discussing the initiative, and you were speaking about the initiative of Maspero, and the moment where they pushed you on the stage to start with the opening speech. What happened there? And
well,
what was the note?
I think I was just saying it was really nice, really nice. First, for me personally, to feel that the younger generation appreciated and gave you that. I was really honored. I felt touched by that. And then to see outside how the people from Maspero, all the cast, how interested they were to say, no, we are here. We are the origin. We want to work. And I was suddenly pulled outside and I found all the TV channels. Everybody was there. That's how I met actually the person who prepares the programs and told me, you have to be with us on your show here today. Yeah. So, it was like everybody was remembering Maspero with a lot of love. And it was a message from, the person who told me was Hatem Haidar actually, and Hatem is one of your colleagues, and
yes.
Hatem...
and he was one of the anchors of Nile TV too.
Exactly, and I used to appear with him in French, and I tell him, Hatem, I don't speak French that well, come on, I'm okay, He told me, come on, you'll be okay. And suddenly, Sharif, in front of the camera, I was just watching an old segment I did. I was shocked. I speak French. I don't know how.
That's the
I think it's the magic of the camera.
Yes.
So it was a good initiative. I congratulate them all. They did a great job. And then it's been on social media now, like every single day since it happened, being pushed. So it's kind of nice.
It pops out. We also, when we observe the situation worldwide and international community, Egypt have come a long way ever since January 25th, and there has been so many challenges, and especially with the Western media outlets. And you mentioned about the United States and the Western media. There are media outlets that are owned by private companies, have a certain policy that they have to deliver a message. So it is even worse than the some privately owned TV stations here. Now, the state-run media has a lot of duty on its shoulders to be able to stand up to the accusations that are directed towards the Egyptian state and the Egyptian government and the head of state, and I mean the definition of what happened in June 30th and all that.
You know,
how do you read this?
Dina, I've always been taught that to be a media person, you should be neutral and really try to show the fact and let the audience make their own judgments. And I think until today, I believe that I think very few people do that. And I think it's very important, really, because I can't understand when I see some of our colleagues now in the current shows, and there are a lot of talk shows going on. They all say, I think, I. I'm sorry.
Subjectiveness.
But who are you? I'm sorry, who are you to tell me what to do? I'm not here to listen to your opinion. You're here to give me facts and as unbiased as possible, and as much as possible let the viewer use their own intelligence and see what's right and what's wrong. Yes. I mean, media literacy is very important, to read between the lines. I may read something, but I immediately try to decipher what's meant by that headline. What's it trying to tell me? It's very important. And I think we need to teach our young people media literacy. They have to make their own decisions. And maybe because there's a lot of people who are literate among the Egyptian population, especially in our region, that's why all our TV commentators have become